morning friends. Now after completing the first chapter, irrational number and rational number, now there is a second chapter and the chapter is parallel lines and transversal. The second chapter is parallel lines and transversal. So first we have take the parallel lines. So the first topic is the parallel lines. Then what is mean a parallel line? Suppose we draw, this is the first line L and this is the second line L, and we observe that these two lines do not intersect each other. Intersect करना यानी they are cutting each other. The first line and second lines do not intersect each other. Then such lines is called as a parallel lines, and we have write the definition also in the PDF. The lines in the same planes which do not intersect each other is called as a parallel line. So this is the definition of parallel lines. When two parallel lines do not intersect each other is called as a parallel line. Then suppose there is a line L and there is a line M, and these two lines are parallel. Then we write line L parallel line M. And if we have written in symbolically, we written as line L parallel line M. If we have drawn two vertical lines, then you read as a पैरेलल. अगर आपने दो ऐसे वर्टिकल लाइंस अगर ड्रॉ किया तो उसे आपको क्या रीड करना है? पैरेलल लाइन, पैरेलल रीड करना है. सो लाइन एल पैरेलल लाइन एम. सो दिस टू वर्टिकल लाइंस इंडिकेट पैरेलल. देन द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज अ ट्रांसवर्सल. Next topic is a transversal. Suppose we have draw first line L and we have draw second line M and we have draw third line N. Now the third line L intersect these two parallel lines or these two lines in the two distinct points. Means this line L intersect line L in point A and intersect another line M in point B. And we have read the definition. If a line intersect the given two lines in two distinct points, then that line is called as a transversal. अगर कोई लाइन एक लाइन दो दूसरी लाइन को अगर दो पॉइंट्स में अगर इंटरसेक्ट कर रहा है, then that line is called as a transversal. So here line L is said to be a transversal. So these are the two important definition. First definition is parallel lines. What is definition? When the lines lies in the same plane and do not intersect each other is called as a parallel line, and this is a sign for the parallel. Then second, transversal. When a line intersect the given two lines in two distinct points. Two distinct यानी दो अलग अलग points में अगर intersect करता है, बराबर है. This line L intersect these two lines in point A and B. मीन्स यानी दो distinct points में अगर intersect करता है, then such line is called as a transversal. Then the next topic is the angle made by the transversal. What is the next topic? The angle made by the transversal. Suppose there are two different lines, and suppose there is a transversal intersect the two different lines in point, suppose A and B. Then at point A and B, total 8 angles are formed. Means suppose we have written at A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. Means when two different lines are intersect by transversal in two distinct points, then total 8 angles are formed, and that angle we have indicate suppose A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. So when a transversal intersect two different lines in two distinct points, then total 8 angles are formed, and in these 8 angles there are 3 pairs of different angle is formed, and that's are called corresponding angle, then alternate angles and interior angles. So when the two parallel lines are intersect by transversal, then 3 pairs of different types of angles are formed, and the first pair is the corresponding angle. The first pair is the corresponding angle, and in the textbook we read that how to measure or how to verify the corresponding angle. So suppose in this figure the angles which are on the same side of the lines and the different side of the transversal is called as a corresponding angle. So in figure that angle A and E, they are in same side of the transversal and same side of these two lines is called as a corresponding angle. So angle A and E, angle B and F, C and G, and D and S, these are the corresponding angles. So we have written are in number. Suppose we give numbers here. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Then 1 and 5, 2 and 6, 3 and 7, 4 and 8. These are called as a corresponding angle. तो ये corresponding angle इस तरह से आपको verify करना है. 1, 5, 2, 6, 3, 7, 4, 8. These are called as a corresponding angle. Then there is a second pair, that is interior angle. Interior angle. So how to verify the interior angles? Means the angle between two lines and same side of the line. The angles which are on the same sides of the transversal and in between two lines is called as a interior angle. So in figure, angle number 3 and angle number 6, these both are same sides of the transversal and in between two lines. So such angle is called as a interior angle. So angle number 3 and angle number 6 is called as a interior angle. This is the first pair, and second pair, angle 4 and angle 5. These are the second pair of the interior angle. So how to verify interior angles? The angle between two lines and same side of the transversal are called as a interior angle. So in figure 3 and 6, 4 and 5, with the interior angle formed by the transversal or two parallel lines, and the third pair, that is alternate angle. Alternate angle. Third pair is alternate angles. So there are the four pairs of the corresponding angles, two pairs of the interior angles, and also two pairs of the alternate angles. So how to verify the alternate angles? The angles, those are in between two parallel lines and opposite to the transversal. ये एंगल आपको कैसे वेरीफाई करना है? इन बिटवीन टू लाइंस एंड अपोजिट टू द ट्रांसवर्सल. बराबर है. तो इन बिटवीन दिस टू लाइंस एंड अपोजिट टू द ट्रांसवर्सल मीन्स एंगल नंबर 3 एंड एंगल नंबर 5, एंगल नंबर 4 एंड एंगल नंबर 6. दीज आर द इंटीरियर एंगल. दीज आर द अल्टरनेट एंगल. तो इस तरह से आपको we have write four pairs of the corresponding angles, two pairs of interior angles and two pairs of alternate angles. तो इस तरह से we have to verify the corresponding angles, interior angles and alternate angles. So these are the three pairs of the different angles formed by a transversal or when it intersect the two lines in two distinct points. So in this way we have to write down the all pairs of the corresponding angles. We have written already in PDF. मैंने आपको जो PDF भेजा है उसमें आप देख सकते हैं कि आपको corresponding angle किस तरह से राइट करना है और वेरीफाई करना है, इंटीरियर एंगल्स आपको कैसे लिखना है, एंड जो अल्टरनेट एंगल्स होते हैं थर्ड टाइप वो कैसे आपको लिखना है और वेरीफाई करना है. सो दैट इज मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट. सो आपने वो लिख के रखा ही होगा तो आप अच्छी तरह से लिख लो, अच्छी तरह से लर्न करो कि आपको ये एंगल्स वेरीफाई करते आना चाहिए. इट इज इम्पॉर्टेंट टू वेरीफाई विच आर द करस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल्स, विच आर द इंटीरियर एंगल्स एंड विच आर द अल्टरनेट एंगल. तो इस तरह से वो जरा अच्छी तरह से देख लीजिए. तो दैट इज इम्पॉर्टेंट. एंड द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक दैट इज द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ दिस ऑल थ्री टाइप्स ऑफ एंगल. ये जो तीन प्रकार के एंगल्स यहाँ पर फॉर्म हुए तो उनके जो प्रॉपर्टी है वो प्रॉपर्टी आपको यहाँ पर इंपॉर्टेंट है. नाउ सी द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक, प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ द करस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल्स. नाउ द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक is a property of the corresponding angles. Now we discuss that when two lines are intersect by transversal, then the four pairs of the corresponding angles are formed, two pairs of alternate angles are formed, and two pairs of interior angles are, it can also known as a interior angles are formed. So suppose we consider PQ is the first line and RS is the second line. We have same figure draw from the figure. PQ and RS, these two lines are parallel and these two lines are intersect by the transversal AB, and it intersects the two lines in point M and N. Then there are total 8 angles are formed, and in these 8 angles the three pairs of different angles are formed, and there are property. So the first property of the corresponding angles. Then we also learn that each face of the corresponding angles formed by the two parallel lines and their transversal is congruent. यानी क्या होता है, when two lines are intersect by the transversal, then the four pairs of the corresponding angles are formed. यानी जो फोर पेयर्स फॉर्म होते हैं करस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल के, वो चारों पेयर्स कैसे होते हैं, कॉन्ग्रुएंट होते हैं. कॉन्ग्रुएंट यानी द एंगल हैव इक्वल मेजर. उन दोनों एंगल का मेजर कैसे होता है, इक्वल होता है. तो वी हैव रिटन फर्स्ट पेयर, सपोज एंगल ए एम पी, दिस इज अ फर्स्ट एंगल and it is congruent to MNR. So this is, suppose we have written, suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Then we have written 1 and 5. So this is the first pair of the corresponding angles. So they are congruent, means angle AMP congruent angle MNR. Second pair, angle PMN congruent angle RNB. AMQ congruent MNS, and fourth pair QMN congruent angle SNB. We have observed in the figure that the all four pairs of the corresponding angle is congruent. Then property of the alternate angles. It can also read as a interior alternate angles, and we have the property that is each pair of the alternate angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversals are congruent. यानी जो अल्टरनेट एंगल्स के दो पेयर्स फॉर्म होते हैं, वो दोनों पेयर्स कैसे होते हैं, इक्वल मेजर होते हैं, कॉन्ग्रुएंट होते हैं. एंड वी हैव ऑब्जर्व इन द फिगर दैट एंगल PMN congruent MNS. These are the first pairs of the alternate angle is congruent. Second pair QMN congruent MNR. So it are the important that when two parallel lines are intersect transversal, then the two pairs of the alternate angles are congruent. And third property, that is the property of the alternate angle, the property of the interior angle. What is property? Each pair of the interior angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversals are supplementary. यानी जो दो पेयर्स फॉर्म होते हैं इंटर एंगल्स के, वो कैसे होते हैं, सप्लीमेंट्री होते हैं. सप्लीमेंट्री यानी क्या, इफ द सम ऑफ द टू एंगल्स इज 180, दो एंगल का सम अगर 180 होता है तो उसे हम क्या बोलते हैं, सप्लीमेंट्री. यानी जो इंटरेस्ट एंगल्स होते हैं उन दोनों का मेजर का सम कितना होता है, 180. एंड दैट वी आर इन फिगर which angles PMN MNR. These are the first pairs of the interest angles, and so their sum is 180. Second pair, angle QMN and angle MNS, their sum is 180. So important three sentences there. When two parallel lines are intersect by a transversal, then what is, when two parallel lines intersect by transversal, then first corresponding angles are congruent. Second, what is, interior angles are supplementary and alternate angles are congruent. तो आपको ये तीन सेंटेंस लर्न करना है. जब भी दो पैरेलल लाइंस आर इंटरसेक्ट बाय ट्रांसवर्सल, देन corresponding angles congruent, alternate angles congruent, and interior angles are supplementary. So these are the important statement. What is, when two parallel lines are intersect by transversal, then आपको क्या ध्यान में रखना है, फर्स्ट करस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल्स कॉन्ग्रुएंट होंगे, सेकंड अल्टरनेट एंगल्स भी कॉन्ग्रुएंट होंगे, और थर्ड इंटरेस्ट एंगल्स कैसे होंगे, सप्लीमेंट्री होंगे. तो दीज आर द इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स फॉर टू लर्न.